Northern Nigeria, a region of vast potential and deep complexity. Here, conflict isn't a single event, it's a web of interconnected challenges.
Over the past 2 decades, we've had serious security challenges in the Northwest and in the North Central states that is actually affecting livelihoods, affecting opportunities for people, and making different communities to be unable to cope with the different challenges that they face.
Since 2011, herders and my community, which is the thief community, the crisis, I think, is over 14 to 15 years now, that there's no peace in Guma local government.
SPRiNG is addressing a very critical issue in the society, particularly the persistent conflict between farmers and herders, not only in Benue State, but across Nigeria and the states in which SPRiNG is implementing. How are they doing this? Through structured community peace building processes.
You know, peace is a process, not an event. It's something that is ongoing. So the importance of localization and leveraging on existing institutions is that you are working with actors that will remain and will not disperse. Policy is very, very important because it drives what government does. And so what we try to do is to ensure that public policy making is based on evidence. So we want to support a research analysis that indicates what the issues are, that brings in the different actors, including those that are affected, in this particular instance, farmers and pastoralists, to say what are really the issues that are affecting their production systems.
The government of Katsina State warmly welcomes the SPRiNG program and reaffirms its commitment to strengthening partnership at both institutional and community levels. Under our administration, we remain fully committed to working with FCDO and its partners through the coordination of the Development Management Board of the state to consolidate peace gains and address the underlying drivers of conflict.
We've been having a lot of issues arising from certain misconceptions, certain wrong assumptions, and stereotyping and profiling, affecting some of our livestock producers. Our benefactors for this workshop are two. There is the SPRiNG, and then there is UK Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office. They are our partners. This is not, in fact, the first we are dealing with them. Over the period, they have had very practical experiences out there in the field. And we are leveraging on this and partnering with them to support us in getting along our own journey of transforming the livestock sector.
In Benue State, regional collaboration is helping to build the bridge between peace and policy, because in this part of Nigeria, conflict does not recognize borders.
As DG Benue Commission for Peace and Reconciliation, I saw the need to begin a conversation around Benue, Taraba, and Nasarawa, which are the gates that whatever conflicts happen in Benue, especially with respect to pastoralists and crop farmers, these are the gates where you see most times pastoralists coming, and then the conflict with our crop farmers. And this has claimed too many lives in Benue.
But policy only matters if it's funded. And that requires a fundamental shift in how local governments approach peace building.
Executive Chairman Guma Local Government, Mr. Maurice Wowo, has added the local action plan into the local government area council. And that he has directed the planning and budget to add 30 to 40%.
Across 9 local government areas in Benue, 180 women have been integrated into formal peace-building structures, shifting from observers to decision makers.
There is an increased acceptance to engage with women in all formal peace processes.
Making sure that our women are also carried along. And in doing that, the ministry also is involved by each activity SPRiNG is doing through Elohim Development Foundation. The Ministry of Women Affairs is carried along.
Sustainable peace requires more than female participation. It also requires healing from the trauma of violence, trauma that often goes unaddressed.
Since we embarked on this partnership with SPRiNG, after the series of trainings, the first set of trainings that we had on creating awareness about trauma consciousness and resilience, the next thing was to set up listening centers. And that we did in various communities, in places like healthcare centers and even in schools. And we were able to do that so that at every point, people will have somewhere that they can go and get help, where you can talk with people, people can listen to them.
In many Nigerian communities, when conflict strikes, people don't turn first to the police or the courts. They turn to their traditional rulers. This is why SPRiNG is working to strengthen traditional leaders' capacity for modern-day conflict management. In Katsina State, 119 traditional rulers have received training in alternative dispute resolution, but customary justice is only part of the equation. State security services also need accountability.
The Kuka Center focuses on strengthening this project in two aspects. The first aspect is looking at the laws that establish this security outfit with a view to identifying gaps or areas for strengthening and making recommendations to the respective state governments for amendments. Then the second aspect is looking at providing specialized training for officers and men of these security outfits.
Justice is multidimensional. Economic justice enables access, creates opportunity, and facilitates investment. This is why SPRiNG partners are creating what they call a peace dividend, shared economic interests that make conflicts too costly.
We've trained 180 beneficiaries across the 3 local governments on regenerative forms of agriculture and sustainable agropastoralism. We set up demonstration farms, set up homestead gardens so that these beneficiaries can practice the things that they have been taught.
In designing these interventions, no voice is left behind.
One of the major aspects on the SPRiNG project is the inclusion that involves both male, female, women, and the young, and also people with disability on the SPRiNG project.
In Kaduna State, economic interdependence is taking a unique form. Living fences made from native tree species separate farmlands from grazing routes.
We've also set up VSLE groups to enable both farmers and herders have a platform where they meet weekly, save, take loans without high interest, and also see to it that they can help their communities with all the things that they've come up with. We've also set up agro-processing houses in each community because we discovered that most of the communities we work in are farming communities with no access to agro-processing inputs. We've done that and we have seen that the dividends of these houses are used to build communities to ensure sustainability even after the project spans out.
SPRiNG, in collaboration with all other partners, Your Excellency, are championing what is going to be sustainable because they are building the capacity of the local communities.
The SPRiNG program adopts an evidence-based approach, which means that all the program intervenes in issues that research and knowledge and information have shown to be issues that critical stakeholders consider to be the issues that undermine stability, undermine resilience, and also basing on what has been proven through comparative best practice to work in fragile environments in terms of addressing issues around peace. We hope that at the end of this program, in the localities where we are working in, there will be significant evidence of reduction in violence and increased resilience of people in those communities to the pressures of climate change.
From policy to practice, from evidence to action, the SPRiNG program is providing scalable and sustainable peace-building models that respond to emerging realities.
SPRiNG, strengthening peace.